just walk him. All right, you guys, this is a super nice, he's supposed to be 10 years old. They said that he came off of a ranch in South Louisiana. They said that you can rope and drag off of him, but they bought him for their dad to just have something to ride there at home, check cows on. And this horse has not really been ridden a whole lot. They've owned him about 1.5 years. He's been out in the pasture. His teeth need to be floated. They did say you can trail ride him anywhere, though. He's not a spooky horse. He's not a watchy horse. And they did lend him last year, right after they got him. They lent him to somebody that used him in the Mamu Chicken Chase, which is where they dress up in costumes and go all over town. So this horse is a good horse. He's been exposed to a lot of stuff. He's been ranched on. He just really needs his teeth floated. We did check them. They're terrible. I would say his teeth have maybe never been floated in his life. So that is something that if you purchase him, you're going to want to have that done. He's got a really nice little handle. I think if we were to ride him every day here, this horse would really tune up and be a high-end horse. And that's something that if he doesn't sell quickly, that we'll do. We'll just go ahead and we'll put him in the barn and we'll tune him up and float his teeth, and then he'll be much more expensive. Look at that. He's got a nice trot. Really an even gait. He's not lazy. He's not trying to stop. Nice. Couple steps back. There you go. Let him take a couple steps back. There you go. Pet him. Good job. You can tell his teeth are sharp. I like this horse, but I would like to really see somebody float his teeth before they even left my property with him, because they are sharp. But this is just the kind of horse that, for those of you that want that $7,500, $8,500 ranch horse, look at that stop, but you're on a budget, this is the kind of horse that you're going to have to buy and put just a little bit of time into, and then you probably wouldn't have any trouble with him. You know, float his teeth, take him home and ride him. All right, turn him around, lope him back. You can tell he's just been off, but I like him. And he can long trot all day, can he? You can tell when horses have been ridden by somebody older and they haven't made them lope a lot. It's all right, just turn him around. Nice, he's getting better. He'll tune up, nice. There he goes. Okay. Nice, good lope with no buck. Nice stop. I can tell that Clinton's just a little bit heavy-handed with him. And with his teeth, he's getting a little frustrated. Come on with him. Hey, Clinton, there's one thing I want you to just to be a little bit better about. And I'm going to say it for God and everybody so that you learn and so that they know. You have to learn a release, which means when that horse stops, you can't go from straight stop to jerking him backwards. There was never a release. He stopped big for you. Let him have a second and then ask for a backup, because that fighting, that little bit of fighting you're seeing is just because he never got any release from you no matter what action he gave you. He stopped big and you immediately went to the backup, which I understand you're trying to back him off your hands, but that stop should have been rewarded with a release. Then ask him to take a couple of steps backwards and release. But you go from a stop to a backup to a turnaround, and you never let any pressure off in any of that. You just kept pumping the brakes. So lope him back down there, stop him, let him settle, couple steps back, pet him, then turn him around. Just kind of reward him for the right action, because his teeth are sharp and he's hating it anyway. So on top of his teeth being sharp, that's why he's doing it, not because it's already a lot. So just go ahead one more time. I just want you to practice those habits because you're young, and if you'll practice them now, it'll just be habit to reward them. You'll just really focus on the release. Like, where can I release you? When I ride a horse, everything I go, okay, I want this horse to turn around clean and cross over, but I'm looking for the instantaneous moment they do it so I can release. It's like just in the back of my mind, where can I give the release? Okay, you can trot him down, stop him. Let's just be a little bit easier with him. Okay, right there, just ask him for a stop. Yep. There you go. Okay. Make him stop. Now just pet him. Okay, do you see though, when you gave him that little release, I understand why you're trying to stay on the brakes because he wants to take that step forward. But when you asked for a backup, there was not hardly any resistance because he had had that moment of release between. Now look, see what I'm saying? Now he's looking for what you're asking for instead of dreading it. That's it. Just always in the back of your mind, look for the place that you can release. That's it. Just where is the first opportunity that I can pet you for something right now? See, now look at him. He's like, okay, now ask him for a couple steps back for that. That's not something we want. Just a couple steps back. Now do you see how much better the backup is? And he's not like freaked out just running backwards. He took a big step back, took a breath. See, now go ahead and turn him around right there. See, now he's looking. He's like, you want me to back up again? It's all right. Just make him do a complete turnaround right there. Go ahead and ask him for a full circle. Yep, pull him around. There you go. There you go. One more. Come on around with him. He's all right. He doesn't know what you're asking. Pull him that way. There he goes. Yeah. It'll help when we get his teeth floated a bunch. That's a good horse. What I like about him is no matter how frustrated he gets, he will not rear up and he won't buck. Like, he's not... Like, even in his most frustration, he never tried to really fight you. He got worried, and his body language showed that worry, but he's not a dangerous horse by anybody's standards. If it were me, I wouldn't step straight off of him. We can take the pictures of him, step back on him, and go in there and see if you can get a little bow saw, and just take him and just walk him out around but let's put a bow saw on him. All right, bring him up here for photos. All right, you guys, this is a super nice ranch horse. He just really needs his teeth floated, and I'm sure that we probably can put him in our program and ride him a couple of days. I'm going to price this horse at $28.50. I feel like that's very fair. With his teeth floated and just a little bit of work, I think that this will all subside. I think this is due to probably being jerked on and not having his teeth good, but he's a solid age. He's a solid build. He's just a nice horse, and I bet we'll probably find that he's probably a pretty nice rope horse. But I do want you guys to see that he is a really beautiful horse up close. He's got really good conformation and good feet. They need trimmed, but he, step back, buddy. I was looking at him earlier, and he has really good solid conformation. This foot right here is broke off on the outside a little bit, but he does not toe in. It's just, and he's got just a really good solid horse for the price. I know some of you guys have been looking for a nice solid ranch type horse on a budget, and this horse can look at that hip. He could definitely clean up and be worth a lot more. He's got a pretty mane. He's got a pretty tail. He'll make a nice trading horse. I know this horse would really bring a profit if I were to take him somewhere else. So anyway, this is him. I like him. We're probably going to offer him for a couple of days, and if not Wednesday, I'll have his teeth floated and I'll put him in a Tala, and we can just put him in the trail horse competition, because he's not spooky. He'll go anywhere and do anything. He just needs some rides.